Good morning, everybody, and welcome back. I am still on the tile job. It's taking a little bit longer than planned, but it's not a huge deal. But let me turn you around and show you the progress we've gotten, besides my beard getting bigger in the course of this job already. But anyways, let's turn you around. So we've got the living room completely tiled and grouted up to this point. And then we even got next to the doorway over there and around the corners, and then right up against the bottom of their entertainment center. So we use the tape, that way when we do the grouting it doesn't stain the wood. And then when we're done, we'll come back and take it off. So we still have some grouting to do. And then we went into the kitchen here, and we've done everything in here. There was a large hump right here. You might be able to see it on camera, but maybe not. So we were able to float those tiles over gradually. It's hard because these tiles are a 2-foot tile, so 24 inches. And so it's hard to make them go over a hump like that. But we made it work. There's a few tiles that we had to replace because they were hollow underneath, but you can see kind of where the extra mortar was filled in to make those fit nicely. And then over here where the stove goes, they pulled the stove out and went tile underneath of there, and the dishwasher goes there. And then as we span around, you'll notice that we haven't tiled underneath the fridge yet. That is because we had to put the fridge somewhere, and so we had to let this tile dry first. So now that this tile is set, we can take those spacers off, pull it this way, and finish under there. But we're working in the bedroom today, but I wanted to point something out today. So as you walk through the house, you'll see a little blue tape. That's just a basic way of marking something that needs fixed. So those tiles didn't quite get enough mortar set underneath of them, and so you hear it's hollow. It's solid all the way over here, but then right here is hollow, and then this one is hollow right in the middle. So there's a little hump on the floor probably, or a little divot, and then this one's hollow on the end. So we're gonna come back through and we'll break up these 3 tiles and put new ones in. Not a huge deal. And then here there are a few more. There's 2 there, barely any hollowness, but enough to break something if you roll something heavy over it. So we'll replace those 2. And then that one is just the corner is hollow, so we're gonna shove stuff underneath of it. And then that one basically didn't stick. But anyways, we're going to mortar the rest of this room and tile it. And hopefully we can get a good portion of it done today. That way we can come back and do the around the perimeter with the cuts and everything. We're gonna go into the closets. The customer has already done the bathroom, and so there's a transition there. And so we're going to bring the tile up to that point, and that'll be it. And then we gotta grout. It'll be like 2 days of grouting probably, maybe a little bit more. It's a lot of grouting. But anyways, follow along. I'm gonna show you how to do some more stuff today, but let's start with laying some tiles.
Let's go ahead and start right here. We're gonna fix this corner so it's not as hollow. It's really actually not that bad. We're gonna make sure we get some mud under there, but we're gonna clean up this portion of the mud because it's a little messy here first with just a scraper tool. Now that we've got that all cleaned up, I've got my bucket of mortar all mixed up here. I've got my twisty-doos over here and the spacers and everything in the boxes to the right. So now we just need to fill up the mortar underneath this tile real quick, which is just as simple as grabbing a little spatula basically and pushing it under. So that's all that tile needed. So nothing important there. And then you can take your trowel. This is a 1/2-inch trowel again, like we were using earlier in the videos before. And then dip some out, and then just feather it out. And then you can grab your tiles and make sure they're clean, stick them right where you want them. Make sure there's plenty of mud. You don't want too much mud because then it'll squeeze out everywhere, but you want enough to where the whole tile is contacting. So you can back butter, which is where they take and they butter the back of the tile like you would a piece of toast. And that's good to do, but it's not always necessary. But as long as you get your mortar all nicely touching tile on the back all the way across, you'll be fine. And then you're gonna take your spacers and stick them on the ones that have the feet underneath of them. And these are just the broken ones that we broke off from the actual spacer. You see how it has a foot and a threaded part on the top. This one is broken off. I'm just using it as a 16-inch spacer right there. And then I can spin this guy down and lock it down and push this one in. Make sure they're level there. One there and one there. Okay. Now we just have to repeat that process all the way across the room. Okay, so we're about to break for lunch, and the bucket of mortar is almost empty, so I'm just gonna mix some water in there. That way it doesn't dry up and crust over while I'm eating. And my wife made me a nice, yummy lunch today, so I'm excited about that. But let me show you what we've done so far on the floor. So we've got in 50 tiles approximately laid, which if you divide that by the time that I had to lay them so far, it is about 2.5 minutes per tile. That's including getting up and down and mixing mortar, and which is pretty good, I think. So my goal today, like I said, is to get farther this way. So hopefully I can keep building after lunch. We'll keep building over here and hopefully get to the point to where if we stop like right there, then we'll be able to come into these little cubbies from the dry tile in the middle. So anywho, let's go eat some lunch. Okay, we are pulling out for the day, which means we are done for the day, thankfully. It is currently 4:15. I've got about a 40-minute drive home, and then I should be back tomorrow. And tomorrow, there is a chance that I'll have all of the tiling done, which would be awesome. And then we can move on to grouting, which grouting will probably still take 2 full days to do, but we will see how that goes. But it is huge that the tiling is almost done, and I'm excited. So I'm headed home, and I'm going to be going to a conference tonight at our church. So I'm excited to hear the pastor preach. He's an Aussie from Australia, and I've been over there a few times. I've been over there once for a little bit of time, and it was a lot of fun. So it's always good to hear that accent and everything. But I just wanted to say thank you for watching. Hope you learned something new from today. It was just a short little bit about tiling again, but we are about done, so we can move on to stories about grouting, and maybe I can teach you something new about grouting that you've never known before. Or if you've ever seen someone grout before, then it's all gonna be all new, so that's great too. But anywho, we'll catch you later. Don't forget to look in the description below. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and all that fun stuff. Don't forget to share our channel to your friends. That way we can grow, because we have been stuck at 111 subscribers for about a week and a half or 2 weeks now. And that number is starting to look a little old, so we need to make it bigger. Not smaller, we need to make it bigger. So if we can get 112, 113, 115, 1,000, that would be phenomenal. But anyways, we'll catch you later, and here's a look at the tile right as we finished. you didn't get to see it before, so as we in the video, you'll get to see that. So here it is. We'll catch you later. God bless.